They then put that into the material that's been rowed out. So you've got your waste out of the first pond in a dairy farming situation. You're looking at calving pads, feed pads, the material out of calf sheds. A lot of farmers put sawdust or wood chip down on their cow tracks leading into the dairy. All that manure and sawdust can be rounded up. Any wasted hay or silage, that can be rounded up and thrown into the system. All that material then, we look at it, and if there's enough of the right ingredients, we'll say go for it. If we reckon we need a bit more carbon, we then might ask the farmer to source a bit more of a wood chip or sawdust, or maybe he's got another carbon source. And what we look for is we're looking for, one, to get the carbon-nitrogen ratio right, and secondly, we're looking to get airspace in there for oxygen, and obviously we need moisture, which mainly we get from the first pond effluent. Once we've got that, we can start the composting process. So we can put it out in the windrow, we can hit it with a compost turner, and the idea is then to cook it. And in the cooking process, we'll dry it. And the idea of cooking it is to do several things. One is weed seeds and pathogens. We aim to deal with weed seeds and pathogens. We don't want to be spreading any of that back out. So we aim to get to a minimum of 55 degrees Celsius, and that's to Australian standards. And we don't want to go over about 69, 70 degrees C, but we struggle to do that anyway because of the starting materials. Some guys are adding chook manure. Sometimes it is hard to get up into the right temperatures, and a bit of chook manure is good. Chook manure is actually a really good source of P and K, and also has enough nitrogen to kick the system off and running. Andrew was struggling with temperature here. When they put the feed pad in, there was a lot of contaminants in the waste. There was a lot of clay and soil mixed with the material. It's just the nature of the beast this year. So Andrew and Linda went and got a bit of extra chook manure, and that got the temperature in that we're looking for. These rows are running at, I checked them yesterday with the temperature gauge, around 50 degrees C now, which is good. They're starting to come down a little bit now, which we want. We want them to start quietening down. That means we've dealt with the nutrient. And then we're aiming to probably squeeze it out in the next couple of weeks. Obviously the sooner the better, because the growing season's here. It doesn't grow grass sitting in a windrow like that.